We are now building capacities on neurosurgical. We have the Muhimbili Orthopedic Institute. We are now turning it into a Muhimbili Neurosurgical and Orthopedic Institute. We have made progress now. We are in the stage of mobilizing resources for construction. The money is already there. We start construction. We're already training neurosurgeons. At the moment, we have only 4. Professor Janavi, you know how yeah, we only have 4, but we it's a discipline in the medicine where you don't have many people. But we have tried to entice young doctors to take interest in this field, and we have a number of them now. We are working with universities here in the US. The Cornell University, the University of South Carolina, they're helping us with the training of these neurosurgeons. So I'm sure in the next 1 or 2 years, when we have finished building the Neurosurgical Institute adjacent to the Orthopedic Institute and combine the two, we'll have a vibrant neurosurgery department at our own national hospital. Remarkable gains have also been made in the infrastructure development. We've now opened up the country. And my dream of connecting all our regions with tarmac roads will soon be realized. When I came here in 2006, I mentioned this, that our target really is to connect every region. One region to another region with a tarmac road. Well, we are almost there now, because with the southern regions, Mtwara and Lindi, we only have less than 20 kilometers now to complete between Somanga and Dundu. That you can drive from there. We are now moving from Mtwara to Ruvuma. With the support of the US government, we are doing Songea Namtumbo. With the support of African Development Bank and the Japanese government, we are doing Namtumbo Tunduru. And the last month we got commitment from the African Development Bank now to do Namtumbo Mangaka. Because we have done Masasi Mangaka with the support of the Japanese government. So that road now is done. The deal is done. We are now up to Mbinga. We are now working from Mbinga to Mbamba Bay. So Twara, Songea, Lindi zitakuwa zimeunganishwa kwa barabara ya lami. That's done. We had something outstanding with Rukwa. Not connected to Mbeya, not connected to Kigoma, with a tarmac road. With the support of the US government, again MCC, we are doing Tunduma Sumbawanga. Work is in progress since last year. I think by next year, hakuna vumbi tena. But we are doing it with our own money now from Sumbawanga to Mpanda. We are also doing with our own money from Sumbawanga to Lake Tanganyika. Wale watoka kule Sumbawanga wanajua kutoka kupitia Matai na kwenda zile mpaka kwenye bandari ya Kasanga. What is remaining now is from Mpanda to Uvinza. Mkoa uliobakia mwingine ni mkoa wa Kigoma, mkoa wa Tabora na mkoa wa Kagera, to be connected to the other regions with tarmac road. We had done up to Kagoma. We are now doing Kagoma Lusahunga. The contractor is on site. We have linked. We are also doing, we have done Kigoma. We are now going towards Kasulu. We have done Kagoma, Kidahwe, Kigoma, Kidahwe, We are now moving from Kigoma, we are Kidahwe on Kasumu. But we're also doing a road from Kidahwe to Uvinza Malagarasi, and close to Kaliua. We're also doing a road from Tabora to Urambo. So we are now, the link is between Kaliua and Urambo, which we are working on. We're also now moving from Manyoni to Tabora. We are doing in Nzega, Tabora. Well, as I said, tumebakia tuna. We are now left with Mara and Arusha. There is a lot of noises about us building a road there. We are giving the assurance that we are not going to construct a road across the Serengeti. But the people of Loliondo, the people of Mugumu deserve a tarmac road. We will not touch the Serengeti at all. But at least, sasa kuna watu wanasema hata hiyo haifai, kwamba mkijenga mpaka Loliondo bado magari yataongezeka. Sasa sisi mtaka Wamasai wabaki kwa jamii mjio kuwapiga picha tu. So this is the only thing that remain outstanding, but we also have plans for that. We have given them the assurance we will not touch the Serengeti, never at all. It's our jewel. We know it better. It benefits us the most, and we will never touch the Serengeti. We want it to remain the Serengeti, a national world heritage. At independence, the road network in the country was 33,000 kilometers. Out of that, only 1,360 kilometers was paved. Now we have a road network of 86,672 kilometers. We've already succeeded in paving 6,500. 3,000 in the last 5 years. At the moment, we are at various stages of construction. We are doing 11,154 kilometers of road. We are now paving those roads. So we are at very different stages, but we'll have tarmac roads. So by the time I depart, I will have left Tanzania with 18,000 kilometers of road from 1,360 at independence. That's going to be. Well, of course, our country is big. As I said, we have 86,000 kilometers, but we are determined to do that. More people have electricity today than many years ago, but only 14% coverage. It's only 12 to 14% coverage. So in electricity, there is a lot of work that we have to do. The coverage is very small, and we're doing that. Our target is to get to 30% coverage by 2015. Increase production and do more distribution networks within the country. We want to do more with water. More people have water supply now. But proportionally, there is still more people that need to have water. Our coverage in the rural areas is 57%. In the urban areas is 74%, 84%. We want to get to 74% in rural areas and over 90% in the urban areas. Again, these are two heavy capital investment ventures that we have to do. With electricity, it's slightly easy. We involve more of the private sector to work with us in electricity. The water remains a business of government. This is where if we have more and more of the private sector coming into the electricity, then the resources that we have spent would be diverted to give people more water, more health care, and other services. As we celebrate 50 years of our independence, we're also celebrating successes made in the political and economic reforms. With regard to political reforms, our own country is now a vibrant multi-party democracy. There are over 18 political parties which are free to function without encumbrances. People of Tanzania are now enjoying their basic freedoms of expression, association, and worship. There is abundant media freedoms. There are very few countries in Africa which have so many newspapers as Tanzania does. Wakati mwingine tunaposema unajua nchi hii kuna ukandamizaji sana. Kuna ukandamizaji, magazeti mengi kiasi hiki na yanasema kweli. Yanasema anachokitaka. Akitaka kwenda hapo anasema tunakwenda kushtakiwa si baraza la haki za binadamu kuhusu vyombo vya habari. Anasema wacha wakatushtaki tu. Kasema sisi tungefanyaje? Kwa kwingine huko unapigwa virungu tu. Ukimsema rais asubuhi huko. With regard to economic reforms, we are now pursuing market economic policies instead of state economic policies. The private sector is now the driver of economic growth and not the state. The function of the state now does the traditional functions of law and order, regulation with regard to economic, besides putting in place sound economic policies. Indeed, on economic reforms have worked well for us. There is macroeconomic stability. At 7%, Tanzania is among the top 20 fastest growing economies in the world. Tanzania is a major destination for FDIs in Africa. Despite this achievement, Tanzania is still a poor developing nation. GDP per capita is 530 only. But we have moved from 120 to independence, we are now at 530. But we cannot change overnight. But we are setting our sights on getting to middle income by 2025. We have reviewed our Development Vision 2025. We have identified areas of intervention that will enable us to get there. We have reintroduced the 5-year development plans. We are now with the first 5-year plan. Dr. Philip Mpango is here. I hope at some point he can have time and talk to you about that. And Governor Nduru is also here. They can talk to you about the situation of the economy in the country, how we are faring, and we'll have time to discuss in greater depth. Excellencies, as we celebrate 50 years of Tanganyika's independence, we are also marking 50 years of good diplomatic relations and cooperation with our host, with your host, the United States of America. We're enjoying excellent relations. Our relations have never been this good in the history of our two countries. We see eye to eye on a number of international issues, particularly those related to Africa and global development. Tanzania has benefited so much in our development endeavors through support from the extended by the people of this great country. Their support through PEPFAR has done a phenomenal job with regards to HIV and AIDS. Their support through Presidential Malaria Initiative has done so much with regards to malaria. Malaria has been eliminated in Zanzibar.